Diddy's worst nightmare has officially come true, and it's darker than anyone expected. According to Michael Fise, a former capo in the infamous Colombo crime family who spent years behind bars, Diddy was attacked inside prison.
The lawyers, when they were speaking on Diddy being in prison and the circumstances him being in prison, I didn't never hear about this, and nobody ever said anything about this, and I want to know if it's in the prison records. They said one of the guards stopped a dude from shanking Diddy. Now, I'm like, if he was doing all this positive shit.
And it wasn't just a scare. Fise revealed that an inmate armed with a homemade shiv managed to sneak into Diddy's cell and nearly took him out in the middle of the night. The attack was fast, brutal, and planned, and insiders say it's only the beginning.
In jail, and they was talking about he was, all the inmates loved him, and they was employing him, doing standing ovation. I wonder what inmate was trying to shake him. Was that one of the Tupac? Was that one of the Tupac fans? Or that was one of the Biggie fans? Because they said that the guard, they said that in court, one of the lawyers, one of the guards stopped one of the individuals that was trying to shank him, bro. And that was crazy. Nobody, I never, that didn't leak. Everything leaks from prison, but that didn't leak. Nobody wrote home and said, yo, dudes is in here trying to stab Diddy up. But the lawyers mentioned that today. I want to see if they're going to investigate that right there. You know what I'm saying? And base that, or he probably used that, base that on trying to help Diddy get into one of those camps or one of those programs that, you know, he ain't got to worry about nothing.
Now, Diddy's lawyers are scrambling, preparing for the worst. His closest friend, Lucci Finney, came forward claiming Diddy's life is in serious danger. The fear inside those walls is real. Word is spreading fast that Diddy's got targets on him from all sides. And here's the chilling part. This wasn't even the first time. Sources confirm it's the second attempt on Diddy's life since he entered prison. Whatever's happening behind those bars, it's clear someone wants him gone for good. Reports coming out of MDC Brooklyn are painting a terrifying picture. Diddy's been threatened again. According to multiple sources, an inmate inside the same unit as Diddy allegedly held a sharpened shiv to his neck. And believe it or not, this isn't the first time we've heard a story like this. At first, people weren't sure if the rumors were real until Diddy's longtime friend, Shar Lucci, confirmed it himself. Many remember Lucci from the trial days, standing outside the courthouse in his Free Puff t-shirts.
With having $75 million at his disposal, isn't that by nature the exact thing that they're worried about? If you have this much money, that you could make this thing, you could probably make people disappear if you really opted to.
See, this is the thing. That'll just make more trouble. Why would he make more trouble now? He done already bought off and paid off everybody he possibly could. Have you looked at the indictment? Like, he called some witnesses up to 54 times.
Yeah, 200 and how many angels? 200 something people he tried to reach out to.
Like, what are you running, a telethon or a telemarketing agency? Telemarketers don't make that many calls in one day. Or sometimes not even in a week, all depending on you was on that. You down for Diddy? Like, how does that conversation start? Hey, what's up? You know, I really feel bad about that last time I bashed you in the face with a Ciroc bottle. Was we good? Like,
Lucci claims that one night, an inmate somehow managed to sneak into Diddy's cell while he was asleep and held the weapon to his throat. He says Diddy woke up in shock, but it's unclear whether he managed to fight back or if the guards intervened in time. According to Lucci, the inmate wasn't trying to kill him, just to scare him, saying, if I wanted to, I could have ended it right there. That chilling line has everyone on edge. And here's the wild part. This isn't the first incident. Before his sentencing, Diddy even wrote a letter to the judge saying he'd already been attacked by another inmate, supposedly over a chair. But instead of lashing out, he claimed he stayed calm and de-escalated the situation, saying it showed how much he'd changed. Right now, Diddy's stuck in limbo at the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York, waiting to be transferred to a federal prison. But even before that happens, he's already living every inmate's nightmare.
I believe he's a guy with a lot of money, And I'll tell you, this happened to me when I went in there because of the profile I had, because of the way they wrote me up. You know, I had everybody and their brother inmate trying to do a deal with me when I got out, you know, a business deal. They need money. You know, because of the fact that he's a money guy, I think he's going to have more friends than he will enemies. And in a medium security, normally nobody's looking to shank you. When you get into the higher institutions, when people are doing, you know, a ton of time and there's no way you can benefit them, then you got a little more problem. But in a medium security, I don't think he'll have an issue at all. I really don't. He can be too much of a benefit to inmates that are always looking for something. And he could be a golden ticket for some people, at least in their mind.
So he got off like a fat rat in a cheese factory. But for a dude like Diddy going to jail and spending all that time, you know, I'm not saying it's gonna be rough or nothing like that, because his former president of Bad Boy, Kirk Burroughs, went to federal jail. You understand? Lil' Kim went to federal jail. So, you know, because the type of dude he is, you know, he'll make it, he'll be all right. And plus they gonna send him to a camp, bruh. He'll be in somebody's camp or somebody's dormitory, whereas that it'll be real light for him. So, you know, he'll see the streets back again in 24 months. He'll be out within 2 years. It seems like a lot saying 50 months and everything like that, but it's not really a lot, not at all, bro. It's not a lot at all.
Word inside is that Diddy has a target on his back, and everyone in that facility knows it. Inmates are reportedly saying that if anyone takes Diddy out, they'll earn serious respect behind bars. Diddy might still believe his money and fame can protect him, but behind those walls, none of that matters. Once someone's determined, there's no price tag that can save you. During Diddy's sentencing, his own legal team admitted this wasn't the first time he'd been targeted. Attorney Mark Garagos told the court that one inmate had already tried to shank him in a past altercation, proving Diddy's in constant danger. Garagos added that the threat isn't just physical, it's psychological too. Every day is a new battle inside those concrete walls. And what's fueling all this? The charges themselves. The nature of Diddy's alleged crimes, especially the accusations involving violence against women, has made him one of the most hated men in that facility. Former mobsters Michael Fise and Sammy the Bull Gravano even spoke out, saying that if the mafia had known about Diddy's alleged behavior years ago, he wouldn't still be around. It's not just the inmates or the mafia that Diddy has to worry about. It's the mental toll of prison life itself. According to Gene Deal, who once worked closely with him, Diddy doesn't have what it takes to survive behind bars. The walls close in fast when the cameras are gone and the fame means nothing.
You told me he was 30, that's why I asked.
Everybody's when they first go to prison. Everybody's. Have you never been to prison before? You never been behind bars? Everybody's. Then you get used to it. It becomes your livelihood. You learn how to stay alive. You got a crust of bread in the corner to sleep in. Everything else is a blessing.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you knowing Diddy personally, do you think it's possible he might take his life?
It takes a certain individual to prepare itself to do a lot of years in jail. From the lifestyle that he had, I'm not saying that he can't. I just don't see him able to do time behind bars. Maybe if he'd be in a camp type situation, that's a possibility. But based on the lifestyle and what he's done and what he's accomplished, if he has to go behind those bars for a lot of years, I think that he may commit suicide. He do an Epstein.
Why do you think he didn't pull a Russell Simmons and leave the country?
They was watching him, bro. They was watching him. And then I think that he had to turn over his passport. Even if you own your own private jet, they have a system up there whereas that they supposed to check your passport and anything that you need to fly as if you were flying commercial.
Sources say Diddy's been struggling badly, isolated and paranoid. Gene even hinted that if things keep getting worse, Diddy might break completely.
Yeah, I have no idea about timing. All I know is everything that I read in that article looked accurate.
Well, look, that's probably some relief to Diddy's team, you know. And
I don't know. I think they're moving ahead. I don't think anybody is counting on anything, and
right.
I think the reporting was accurate.
How did you hear he's faring since the sentencing?
I don't know. I mean, I hopefully we'll see him soon and find out.
I guess lastly, I would ask, what do you think his future looks like?
I have the utmost confidence in Sean. I think Sean will make a comeback, the likes of which people are not expecting. So I've watched him. I've known him for a long time. I have the utmost confidence in him.
In whatever sphere. I mean, he's done business, the music,
he's iconic
the
in a lot of ways, and I think he'll make a comeback.
Saying he could take the easy way out. It's chilling, but not surprising. Diddy was always the flashy boss type, never the street soldier. The man who rapped about being untouchable is now realizing that no amount of swagger can save him in prison. Reports also claim Diddy's been making hundreds of phone calls every single day, desperate to pull strings and find a way out. Records allegedly show calls to lawyers, political contacts, and even A-list friends. Anyone who might help him cut a deal. And the wildest twist? Last week, former President Donald Trump confirmed that Diddy's team reached out asking for a pardon. Trump even told reporters he's thinking about it. And sources told TMZ that Diddy could be released as early as next week if the deal goes through. His lawyer, Mark Ello, claimed Diddy told his team directly, "Get me a pardon. I need out now." And get this. Trump made those remarks from the Oval Office while being questioned about another high-profile case, Ghislaine Maxwell's.
I wouldn't consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it. But I will speak to the DOJ. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
The comparison turned heads fast. The most shocking twist in this entire saga? Diddy's direct contact with former President Donald Trump. Multiple reports now claim that Diddy and Trump have been communicating personally about a potential presidential pardon, and the timeline for it could be as soon as next week.
President Trump, as we've just played, said that Sean Combs had reached out to him. Do you know how that happened? Did he write a letter? Did somebody place a call for him? How did that happen?
I know that it did. I'm not going to betray exactly how, but I know that there has been that communication, and I know that obviously Sean would welcome a commutation or a pardon. That's no secret. I saw today with great interest that there was another person who the president commuted his sentence because of
a Bitcoin
what he
person who pled guilty.
Yeah, correct, and got sentenced, and President thought it was an overreach. If that was an overreach, and I forget the exact sentence, but I think it pales in comparison to Sean's. And remember, one of the things that is irksome, if you will, about Sean's, and I call him Sean, the president calls him Puff Daddy. I call him Sean as long as I've known him. One of the things that is somewhat irksome is that the government took a big swing at him, and basically tried to get him into take his entire fortune and net worth and the rest of his life, and they lost. And I think that the 50-month sentence was punitive, if you will. I think, if anything, he should have gotten some consideration for the fact that he took the gamble, he risked it, he went to trial, and basically beat all the mandatory life sentences and beat the mandatory divestiture of all of his assets.
Insiders say nearly everyone inside the White House is against this move. But Trump, he's reportedly intrigued and keeping an open line to Diddy's legal team. One of Diddy's attorneys confirmed the shocking details, saying the two men have spoken more than once. And apparently Trump isn't dismissing the idea completely. This revelation set social media on fire, with fans and critics alike wondering how a man facing such serious accusations could still be working his way into the Oval Office. Diddy's top lawyer, Mark Garagos, also dropped a cryptic comment that sent rumors spiraling. He hinted that something big is happening behind the scenes and that Diddy could be back on the streets sooner than expected. He refused to share specifics, but the confidence in his tone said it all. Something's in motion. But that raises the real question. Who's helping him? Who's protecting him? And if Diddy really gets released, what happens next? The man's influence runs deep in both music and politics, and it's starting to look like those connections might be his biggest weapon. According to insiders, Diddy's team has also been quietly negotiating to move him into a low-security facility where it's easier to buy protection and pull strings. His lawyers filed documents asking that he be transferred to Fort Dix, a prison in New Jersey close to New York. On paper, the reason sounds innocent. So, his family can visit, but anyone who knows the system can see through it. The real reason is Fort Dix's RDAP program, a 9-month, 500-hour substance abuse treatment plan that can shave up to a year off a sentence. In short, Diddy's not just surviving, he's strategizing. His team is trying to rewrite the ending before it's even finished. But even if Diddy pulls off this escape plan, he won't walk away unmarked. No matter what legal magic happens, he's still required to register as a sex offender, a label that never goes away. His lawyers have already filed an appeal asking to throw out his conviction entirely, and that could be the mysterious plan Garagos hinted at. If Trump backs him and the appeal sticks, there may not even need to be a pardon. Still, the biggest takeaway from all this? The system seems to bend for people like Diddy. For anyone else, this kind of case would have meant a decade behind bars. But for him, the sentence came in far below the federal guidelines. Coincidence? Hardly. At this point, Diddy's future could go one of two ways, and both are explosive. Either he walks out of prison with more power and influence than ever before, or everything he's been running from finally catches up to him, dragging his empire down for good. There's no middle ground left for him now. Insiders are split. Some say he's quietly rebuilding his network from behind bars, pulling strings through powerful friends, lawyers, and industry contacts. Others claim the walls are closing in fast, and that no amount of fame or money can shield him from what's coming. The truth is, every new leak, every headline, every whisper from behind those cell walls only makes one thing clear. Diddy's story is still unfolding, and the next chapter could be the most shocking one yet. If that rumored pardon actually goes through, it'll be one of the most controversial comebacks in modern pop culture. The man who went from music mogul to inmate could somehow walk free, and with Trump's name attached to it, you already know it'll be chaos online. But if that pardon fails, Diddy's looking at years of isolation, court battles, and a legacy that's sinking fast under the weight of scandal. His name once meant success, luxury, and power. Now it's surrounded by fear, legal drama, and broken trust. No matter how this plays out, the story's impact will echo through Hollywood, politics, and hip-hop for years to come. Whether he beats the odds or becomes another fallen star, this saga is far from finished, and the next move could rewrite everything. So what do you think? Is Diddy pulling off the biggest comeback in celebrity history, or is this the beginning of his final downfall? Could he really walk out of prison untouchable again, or will his empire crumble once the truth is fully exposed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you think is really happening behind the scenes. And if you don't want to miss the next major twist in this wild story, make sure you like, share, and subscribe right now. Turn on your notifications so you're the first to know when the next bombshell drops. Because in this saga, every new week brings another jaw-dropping revelation. This story is only heating up, and you won't believe what's coming next. See you in the next one.